We are finally to the priming stage, which is one step closer to the painting stage. While Jeff is finishing sanding up in the closet and the master bedroom, Madeline and I are going to be priming this bathroom, and yeah, we'll get that done.
Hey Mel, we brush the lid.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down. Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground. And I really wanna know if I will ever figure out where the road goes.
So we're moving on to a new day. For the sake of not boring you to death, we're not showing you every step of the process. Yesterday we painted the ceiling. We didn't show that because we were painting white ceiling paint on top of white primer, and it was hard enough for me to see what I was painting, let alone try to capture that on camera. But since then we got the lights installed in this room, and we got the speakers installed, and we started cutting in our wall color on the walls. Today we're going to paint the walls and have a very dramatic change.
Yeah, look very different today.
In this area.
Yeah. Well, painting is fun, especially we're going to do crown and base, so we don't have to cut in as much, which makes it a lot less tedious and goes much faster.
That's for sure.
So yeah, it's going to look very different today.
Hope we don't fail to see the beauty of being free. Don't forget what you love the most. I just wanna keep you close, so we have to give it one more try before the idiots are taking over. They're caught up in the race of wanting more, and we can tell one from the other. No one knows anymore. What's it for? What's it for? There's so much more than we've been told, way beyond what we can hold. So keep your eyes open for the things that really matter. Oh, we have to give it one more try now that the idiots are taking over. They're caught up in the race of wanting more, and we can tell one from the other. No one can tell you what they're running from. No one knows anymore. What's it for? What's it for? no, no. One more time before it's over. They're caught up in the race of wanting more, and we can tell one from the other. No one can tell you what they're running from. No one knows anymore. What's it for? What's it for?
Time to sand our hardwood floors. You'd be impressed with what's underneath all this garbage. No, we're not going to sand and finish our OSB subfloor, but because even though we painted the subfloor, it did get rained on and swelled a little bit, so before we put on our finished floor, we're gonna go over with the sander, take out any high spots, swollen spots, typically at the seams, at the joints where the two pieces of OSB come together, just to remove any high spots that are going to cause the vinyl flooring to rock or to separate on its seams or just to feel a bump as you're walking across it in your socks. Now that we've finished painting the walls, painting the crown molding trim and the ceiling, we are ready to put a finished floor down on here. We've already sanded all of our high spots in the subfloor where it swelled a little bit when it got wet before we put the roof on. Now we are going to start laying down our vinyl flooring. So to do that, we've picked our longest straight wall. We're going to strike a chalk line about a 1/4 inch held off of the wall because this is a floating floor. So once we strike our chalk line, we'll start laying down the planks. And then we'll have a room.
And right there's one at the door.
There is. And you just have to go to the pencil mark down and go all the way to the door.
Okay. You get it to my pencil mark. Okay, I'm on it.
Okay, I'm gonna snap and then you snap.
It snapped the whole way down.
Okay, well, wonderful. So the first row is the most important. So we're gonna take our time, make sure that we get it right, make sure that we're on our chalk line the whole way down. And so we're gonna start here. This pattern moves left to right. So we have to start in the master bath with our first piece, but we'll use our door frame here as our first reference. So we're just gonna cut out around it, leaving room for expansion. We'll start laying flooring. So we'll set this one in place, line it up with our chalk line. And then we're gonna go ahead and set the next one in, because that's gonna establish our line going into the master bathroom. Now we've confirmed the layout is in a way that never are we having an end piece less than 8 inches. So this one's gonna be 13 inches. And we'll go see how well we can cut that with a utility knife. Need a bigger square.
See. Kinda. Okay.
So we're gonna rip this piece down a little bit because as it's coming to the end of the line, it's getting too close to the wall and we wanna maintain our 1/4 inch hold off from the wall. So we're gonna take a 1/4 inch off of this to make sure that it doesn't bump up against the wall. Make sure all of our edges are lined up perfectly. Perfect. And we'll do our end piece. So now starting from the wall, our wall is basically here, which is 13 inches to the middle of our 4-foot board. So we want to have the middle of our next board at the 13-inch seam, which means we have to cut 11 inches off of the first board. Clear as mud.
Crystal clear, like Pepsi.
So this might be a better explanation. We want this seam to fall in the middle of a 4-foot board. That way, the next seam will fall in the middle of a 4-foot board also.
It's quite the fancy piece you got. It's your like tuning fork.
Yeah, we didn't really plan this one out very well.
Not sure how we could have.
I don't know.
Oh, it might be a little long.
Yeah. Oh, because it's got drywall on it. We're going against studs and drywall.
Oh, that's why.
That's why. Perfect. So it'll be a miracle if our math works. But what we've done here, we had to cut down this starting board here in the pantry. We've already finished the flooring from the east wall all the way up to the other side of this wall. And so what we've done is we subtracted the thickness of this wall, subtracted our hold off, 1/4 inch hold off from each side. And that told us that we needed to start with a 5-inch board to continue the other side's flooring as if the wall wasn't here. That way, when we get out of the pantry, we should line up with the flooring coming from the master bedroom. That's a lot of ground to cover, and a little bit off square somewhere might cause a problem, but that's a problem for another day.